Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with another episode of Ask Nathan. You must be watching TFL now because that's the only place you can find Ask Nathan. For those of you who have not watched one of these before, I take questions from you and answer them. Sometimes I flush them through the guys here at TFL Car and Truck, and sometimes I just rely on my own wit and mental dexterity. Just wanted to say that. This one comes from MudDog8148. Nathan, what's your take on Ram trucks fit and finish over Ford and Chevy? That's a really good question. Part of the reason why is I've always maintained that Ram trucks interiors are some of the best ones out there, and they still are. However, overall fit and finish, I'm going to give it to GM right now. They are killing it. They really do an excellent job with quality fit and finish, at least with interiors. Ford is somewhere in the middle. They're sort of finding their way. Their interiors used to be not so great, and they're getting better. With that being said, in terms of overall fit and finish externally, I'm going to give it once again to General Motors. I think that they have a slightly higher standard than Ram. That's not to say Ram's bad, or Ford for that matter. It's just that my own personal opinion, the way the panels fit together, Chevrolet looks like they've got a pretty good truck, and obviously GMC as well. Okay, so good question. Hey Nathan, what do you like most about the Honda Accords? Handling, interior, space, and price. And this comes from one GTA San Andreas J. Sorry, there's probably another letter in there. I really like Honda Accords. I think that they deserve the accolades they've received. I find them to be some of the better handling cars in their class, even with the plug-in hybrid, Honda's managed to find a way to make a car very drivable and enjoyable. This is a plug-in hybrid. Normally speaking, I don't like them very much. Next questions. Okay, this is a great one. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of Rush, the rock group from Canada, the trio. Favorite band. Nathan, if you could travel from Denver to Seattle in a Porsche 911, this is a great setup, which one of the members of Rush would you take with and why? And this comes from Kuno Pai. Yeah, Kuno Pai. That's great. That's awesome. All three of the members are awesome. I'm a drummer from a long time ago, not a very good one. And so, yeah, obviously, Peart, the drummer, who also writes all the lyrics, yeah, that'd be great. But actually, Alex Lifeson, the lead guitarist, one of the best guitarists in the world, and he's funny and he's kind of badass. So I think I could enjoy hanging out in a car with him without being too hero-struck. So really good question. And in a 911, thank you. Excellent idea. You're looking for a truck to haul a double flatbed snowmobile trailer with 2 snowmobiles on it and a little bit of off-roading. Would a Nissan Frontier do the job? And that's from Jacob Hicks. Jacob, the thing is that with all of those mid-sized trucks, yes, they can do it, but you'll be putting a strain on them. I highly recommend a half-ton truck for anything like that. Your size is always the issue. That's why people buy mid-sized trucks, because they're smaller and more maneuverable and whatnot. But half-ton trucks, for any type of actual hauling, if you're hauling a snowmobile or a RZR or ATV or whatever, it's just a smarter bet. So there's my answer on that one. Let's see here. Hey Nathan, what do you prefer, a manual or an automatic transmission in a truck? Oh, manual, absolutely. But they no longer really build them. The only one that's out there in terms of large trucks is on the 2500 Ram. What do you think about the 4x4 systems in the new Raptor and the longevity of the EcoBoost engines? It's one of the reasons we brought this into the studio. Now, first of all, I haven't had a chance to drive the new Raptor yet because Roman's a butthead and did it before me. I'm over it a little bit, so hopefully in the future I'll get a chance to use it. However, according to Roman, it's an excellent system, especially for the people who like to go fast off-road. Rock crawling and all that stuff, well, the verdict is not in yet. So I'll hopefully have an opportunity to to drive it once we get one. I'm looking forward to that. But EcoBoost engines, there's a couple questions about this. Now, by the way, this comes from Richard Walls. So thank you, Richard. A lot of people have been asking that with all the turbocharged 4-cylinder engines that are coming out, and there are a lot of them, What about reliability? And that's a tough one. Now, for those of you who don't understand how a turbocharged vehicle works over a regular one, simply put, the turbocharger is there to induct air, to bring in more and create more horsepower, okay? Ford, with their EcoBoost, they've been testing the hell out of these things, hot weather, cold weather, you name it, and they assure us that these things will last just as long as a regular four-cylinder engine. A lot of other companies are giving out the same assurances. Now what's happening is they're using smaller displacement engines but putting turbochargers on them and thus getting better mileage and also better power. So instead of having a V6 getting 23 miles per gallon, you have a four-cylinder turbo getting 26 miles per gallon, that type of thing. Okay, and I think that pretty much draws it to a close. And those were all the major questions that you guys had last week. I really wanted to answer as many as I could. A lot of the other questions you had were in reference to what I had talked to last week, which among other things was like the Chevy Aveo. Oh, and by the way, no, I don't have any video footage of the Chevy Aveo, but I did write a review on it. Okay, that's about it for this week. Hey guys, don't forget, write your question down below and I'll do everything I can to answer it. All right? Thanks again for joining me for the Fast Lane Car and the Fast Lane Truck. This is Nathan Udland, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.